Bryan Barberena versus Jason Witt. Jason Witt gets the majority decision, almost gets ruled a majority draw, but I'll tell you what, man, this was the Rock'em Sock'em Robots fight of the night that nobody expected, but once again, we all deserved, man. Listen, Jason Witt, I thought he was going to come out very hesitant, just trying to play it safe, just grapple and stick to, getting a win. James Krause in the third round says, I don't care if this is the most boring fight in the history of the UFC, get the win. And Jason Witt's like, oh yeah, I thought I was doing that. And Krause responded, yeah, you did that for 15 seconds. And then it was the craziest third round I've ever seen in my life. Why? Because Bryan Barberena probably did deserve to get a 10-8 in that third round because he was boxing Witt all up and down the floor, man, back and forth. Rock'em Sock'em Robots, like I said, clearly you disagree slightly, AJ, so give me your take on the fight. Give me your take on Jason Witt, the Vanilla Gorilla, getting his second win in the UFC.
The only reason I disagree a little bit is 10-8s are so hard to judge. Like, I feel like a 10-8 should be the dude was almost finished. Like, I always think of a 10-8, a perfect 10-8 that is in recent memory is the Sean O'Malley fight he just had versus the guy I just forgot the
Chris
name.
Montino.
Chris Montino, dude, that dude deserves some respect too. So I'm sorry about forgetting your name, but that round was a 10-8 because that first round could have been stopped. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know that like Jason Witt, he had some times, and there was a couple moments in that third round where he was on all fours doing like the dodge, which if Bryan Barberena would just played a little more smart and just let him stand up or let like hit him a couple with some uppercuts or anything like that, maybe it could have been finished. But I don't know if I'd have scored it a 10-8. Either way, one hell of a fight. And what I was writing down for this one is these boys were thumping, man, like absolutely thumping each other and just like crazy strikes. I did not expect Jason Witt to come out and not just go for a takedown right off the bat. Like I expected him, like you said, I expected to come out a little lackadaisical, or not lackadaisical, but going right for the takedown and make this a boring fight and just secure the win. Kind of like his coach was talking about. But sometimes you get in that cage, man, and you just want to, you just go back to your roots and just start swinging and banging. And we loved this fight, especially for that, man. This was one hell of a fight. Barberena, I'm a little jaded on this one because I think, he's going to be kicking himself in the ass for worrying about the takedown so much that in that third round, anytime Jason Witt was on all fours, almost about to be knocked out, Bryan Barberena would sprawl out just so he didn't get taken down. It's like, bro, like you didn't even need to. This dude can't even see straight. But I mean, it is what it is. So either way, a hell of an impressive fight, and I love to see it, man. That was a scrap, brother. It was an amazing fight. What was your takeaway?
My takeaway was low expectations, high rewards, my man. I had very low expectations for this fight. I thought this was very much a filler fight, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, we were greatly, greatly rewarded. I think that Jason Witt, he's kind of showing some of that stuff that got him into the UFC originally, which was the hands, man. Dude has crazy crack in his shot, legitimately. Is it technical? Not very much, but sometimes those over-the-top shots is what gets it done. Now, one thing that has been said in the past that, listen, I may be discredited a little bit, but now we know for sure, you'll never watch a boring Bryan Barberena fight. It's not going to happen. You get the nickname Bam Bam for a reason, and I want to ask you this question before we move on to the next match, man, because while it was a fight of the night, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, man, this was relatively low stakes for the division. I mean, neither of these dudes are in like the top 50 or something like that, right? But or maybe top 40 or something. But I want to ask you this, AJ. Do you think that if Bryan Barberena was able to complete the finish in round 3, have the crazy, crazy comeback, that would be up there for comeback of the year in terms of a fight?
Oh, yeah. That would definitely be up there for comeback of the year, man. He was easily losing that, 2018. Like he wasn't even close to winning either of those rounds. Jason Witt was putting on a show, man. Yeah. And I definitely think, at least in my mind, I don't know if I can think of a comeback that's up there as well. I don't have the notes on it, but yeah. I know there's been some crazy comebacks, but that was definitely one of them.
That was absolutely one of them. Like, this was a war all the way from the beginning to the end. And I do have to mention, this is the first fight in Jason Witt's UFC tenure where the fight actually went the distance, man. It's either he's gotten finished or he's finished somebody in each of the 3 of his 4 UFC fights, man. So great win for Jason Witt, man. Big, big win. And yeah, that's what we got to say about that.